On the morning of June 18, the submersible Titan lost contact with its mothership on the surface. The vessel was on an expedition to visit the ruins of the famous Titanic, located at a depth of more than 12,000 feet in the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Unfortunately, the 5 passengers of the submersible died as a result of a catastrophic implosion. What was the likely chain of events that led to the tragedy? According to Martin, the diver was descending calmly when, at a depth of about 1,700 meters, he lost stability due to an electrical problem and plunged rapidly towards the bottom of the ocean, in a vertical position, as if he were a stone and without any control, for about 900 meters. Titan exploded between 2,500 and 2,700 meters deep due to the pressure of millions of liters of water around it. The submarine descends without incident and in a horizontal plane until, at a depth of about 1,700 meters, an electrical fault occurs. The engine stops working and there is no thrust. This is the moment when Titan loses communication with Polar Prince, Martin tells the aforementioned medium. The big problem after the electrical failure was that, according to Martin, all the passengers crowded in front of the submarine's porthole, which caused it to destabilize even more. With the lack of propulsion, the weight of the passengers and the pilot, which were concentrated in the front part near the porthole, unbalanced the longitudinal stability. By descending so abruptly, the submarine was subjected to a sudden increase in pressure, and there was a strong compression of the vessel. The pressure caused an instantaneous contraction of the resistant hull, resulting in a loss of volume in the order of 70% to 80%. The Titan changes position and falls vertically like an arrow. Because the 400 kilograms of passengers on board unbalance the submarine, everyone rushes and crowds on top of each other. During that time, according to Martin, the passengers were aware of the gravity of the situation. Imagine the horror, fear, and agony of the passengers. It should have been like a horror movie, continues the expert, who believes that everything happened within 48 and 71 seconds of free fall. In that period of time, they are understanding everything, and also, they are in complete darkness. It is difficult to have an idea of what they experienced in those moments. After these 48 seconds, the explosion and immediate death occur. Who were the 5 people on the submarine? OceanGate's submersible was carrying 4 tourists and the pilot. British billionaire Hamish Harding, Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood and his teenage son Suleiman, French explorer Paul-Henri Nargeoal and Stockton Rush, the CEO of OceanGate, were on board. The trip to the Titanic wreckage was part of an 8-day expedition in deep waters that began on the morning of Sunday, June 18. Based out of Newfoundland, the passengers traveled 400 nautical miles to the wreck site, about 900 miles off the coast of Cape Cod in Massachusetts. The submarine lost contact an hour and 45 minutes into its dive. After 4 days of rescue operations, the U.S. Coast Guard confirmed the death of all 5 people aboard the Titanic-bound submarine.